Hello everyone, welcome back to another lesson of constructing Arabic sentences. This is lesson number 13.3. In today's lesson we're going to continue with the examples. This lesson we're going to discuss examples in the future tense. This lesson will be the last lesson for the examples and for constructing Arabic sentences that start with a noun. Starting from the next video, I'm going to either start with the sentences that start with verbs, so I'll have to explain verbs and their conjugation. It's a big topic. Or I'm going to start with some of the requested videos. That will depend. We'll see. Of course, if you have any requested topics and questions, go to the Facebook page and drop me a message. Now, to start this lesson, please go and read the vocabulary list if you haven't done so. And let's start. So, let's review a bit about how do you construct a sentence in the future. Basically, what we've learned is that if you want to construct a sentence that is in this form, the thing will be something. We said in Arabic, the way to do it is that the way that we've learned here is that you say the thing is something, and then to make it into the future, you just add in front of that sentence that you just translated سوف يكون or سيكون, or of course يكون or تكون, سيكون or ستكون, depending on what you're trying to say, and if the thing that you're describing is masculine or feminine in terms of Arabic. So all these details we've learned about previously. Also remember that the thing that you're trying to describe in Arabic has to go with dhamma, and the piece of information that you gave about that thing, which is khabar, has to go with fatha, because these two guys came after yakun or takun. Okay, so that's a quick review. Now we're going to the examples, and we're going to start with this example. The man will be in the house. The man will be in the house. So how do we translate this? First, we try to translate the man is in the house, right? And the translation for this will be الرجل في المنزل. الرجل في المنزل. Now, notice one thing. This is a sentence, right? The object or the thing or the person that we're talking about here is الرجل. It ends with ضمة, that's normal. And the second part of the sentence is في المنزل. Notice that we have في, which reflects the in, and the house is منزل. And notice that at the end of the house we have kasra. Why? Because we said that any word comes after a preposition normally has kasra, and in this case the grammatical Arabic that we call this the grammatical term in Arabic that we call fi is harfu jar. Okay, all of that we've talked about before. I just wanted to show you an example of having in the house becomes في المنزل. Okay, all right, so the man is in the house. الرجل في المنزل. The man will be in the house becomes سيكون الرجل في المنزل, or سوف يكون. It's up to you. Both have the same meaning, exact same meaning. Okay, so the sentence is سيكون الرجل في المنزل. سيكون الرجل في المنزل. Okay, so now this is easy. Let's go to the second sentence and try to translate. The man will be in our house. So how do you add our to house, and what changes? So let's write the same sentence again, at least until the word house. سيكون الرجل في. Okay, so what happened? First, look here, the difference. The was dropped, so basically it's house. So we start with that. And then what we do in Arabic, again, as we discussed before, the way that we say our or mine or whatever with a pronoun, an attached pronoun. And in this case, what reflects our is na. Now let's put علامات التشكيل. In the sentence, everything will be the same here. So سيكون الرجل في, because there's في, where do you put the kasra here? Where do you put the kasra here? Basically you put it there. Why? It's actually just you ignore this part, you ignore the pronoun, and you just add the kasra exactly where it was in the previous sentence. سيكون الرجل في منزلي, and you add na. Okay, na. It's always na. It doesn't change. منزلنا. سيكون الرجل في منزلنا. Alright. So this is how we say the man will be in our house. How do you say the man will be in our house tomorrow morning? How do you say tomorrow morning something will happen? Tomorrow morning. Basically in Arabic this is very simple. One way, which is the one I'm going to teach you here, is just to take the first word and it's reflect this translation directly is غدا. Okay, morning, صباحا, and basically that's it. The sentence will stay the same, and you just add this to the end or to the front if you're going to say tomorrow morning the man will be in our house. It's up to you. So basically, if I rewrite the whole sentence, it would be سيكون الرجل في منزلنا غدا صباحا. غدا صباحا. Good. These words, just last note, never change. Their علامات تشكيل, their pronunciation, their constant غدا صباحا, wherever you put them, in this meaning, like tomorrow morning something will happen. Okay. Cool. Now let's go to the second set of examples. Okay, and we're talking about offers and discounts and stuff like that happened Boxing Day and Black Friday and stuff. So yeah, let's say that we want to say the offers will be, of course it happened in the past, but let's imagine New Year didn't come. Okay, the offers will be amazing. Okay, or in this case I just wrote astonishing because that's the word I'm gonna use in Arabic, the closest to it. The offers will be astonishing. So yeah, something like 1000%, that's astonishing. Of course in kalima we always have that, home language. It's like I'm always giving you this discount, always. Okay, the offers will be astonishing. What does that mean? In Arabic, we're gonna first translate the offer, or offers are astonishing, and then we're going to switch it to will be. Very, very similar as we did, very similar example as we did in the previous set. So this will translate to العروض مبهرة. العروض مبهرة. العروض مبهرة. Okay, so this is, I just mind my quick handwriting sucks sometimes. العروض مبهرة. Okay, so how this means the offers are astonishing. So مبهرة, astonishing, that's the word I'm targeting. Anyway, العروض مبهرة. العروض مبهرة. How do you say will be? As we did before, we add يكون or تكون with سوف or س, and in this case عروض is feminine, and basically it will be ستكون. ستكون العروض مبهرة. ستكون العروض مبهرة. Easy. Okay, nothing there. Then we want to say that their offers. Okay, another case of giving ownership of something, and basically how we translate that in Arabic is by adding an attached pronoun. So the same sentence again, ستكون العروض مبهرة. So now the question is, where are you going to add the attached pronoun, and what will change? Basically, I was saying their offers, and the word for offers is urud, and what changes is two things. First, the was dropped, so we drop them here. So ستكون عروض مبهرة. Next thing is it's their offers. So basically in this case, what's equivalent to there is the pronoun, the attached pronoun hum. 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 Okay, let's write this in a nicer way. عروضهم. Yep. عروضهم. ستكون عروضهم مبهرة. ستكون عروضهم مبهرة. Perfect. Their offers will be astonishing. ستكون عروضهم مبهرة. Okay. So this is also, I think, fairly easy. Now the next one, we're going to switch from there to these. So using a demonstrative pronoun. ستكون عروضهم مبهرة. Okay, first, there was one thing I forgot to do here. Since we are using تكون, okay, I did one mistake here that I forgot. Since I added تكون, عروض will take ضمة, very nice, but مبهرة has to take فتحة. So basically ستكون العروض مبهرة. In this example, the offers will be astonishing, and ستكون عروضهم مبهرة. Their offers will be astonishing. Last comment, just here, عروض was ضمة, kept the ضمة on the dot, okay, and just add hum, just like that. Okay, now these offers will be astonishing. I'm gonna write the same sentence we did in the beginning, take that as a model, and do the changes on it. So ستكون العروض مبهرة. Okay, now from time to time I do mistakes, so basically if you do find a mistake, just let me know. I usually correct them by adding annotations because you know, I'm human and do mistakes from time to time, so no worries. Okay, ستكون العروض مبهرة. This means the offers will be astonishing. Now if I want to say these offers, you know, the one that we're offering here, these other offers will be astonishing. And basically, in this case, since we're pointing to something, we have to add a demonstrative pronoun. Where are you going to add the demonstrative pronoun? You will look actually at the sentence, and maybe in this kind of sentence I can put a general rule is that ستكون is always going to be in the front. So basically you just put that in front. And then since we're pointing at the offers, then the demonstrative pronoun just has to be placed in front of what we are pointing at. So basically it will be here. Okay. Now the demonstrative pronoun for these. This is tricky. Why? Because you don't actually take just what's the equivalent to these in Arabic and place it. Because there are several, actually. You can say هؤلاء, or you can say هذه. And when do you use which one? This is something that confuses a lot of people, and like I said before, when you are pointing to something that is not human, in the sense is that the word itself describes something that is not a not a person, okay, like it's not human, you would use هذه when you're doing the plural form, and you do not use هؤلاء. هؤلاء is really just used only for pointing at a group of people. And when I say a group of people, I don't mean like when you say if you say, for example, like this is one of the question I got, if you say armies, okay, armies, the word reflects the entity itself. The army does not reflect that it's a set of people, okay? While if you say doctors, that's different. If you say doctors or students or anything like professions, this reflects a human person, and in this case you can use هؤلاء. So you can say هؤلاء الأطباء, these doctors, or say هؤلاء الطلبة, these students. But when you talk about groups, for example, things like armies, one of the examples that one of the questions that I got is that, okay, do you say هؤلاء الجيوش, or do you say, okay, the word for armies is جيوش, how do you say هؤلاء الجيوش, or do you say هذه الجيوش? Actually you say هذه الجيوش, and you don't say هؤلاء, although the armies are human, but basically we're reflecting to we don't mean people in the sense that it's people. It's made of people, but armies are basically could be made of, you know, other stuff like robots, you know, zombie armies, who knows. So what I mean is that basically when you're describing entities, you don't treat them as human, even if they're made of humans. But when you're talking about people, if it's professions are okay, they're not considered as entities. But if you're talking about let's say a soldier, if you say a soldier like jundi, you will say هؤلاء الجنود, these soldiers. But armies is different. Okay, just to clear up this big mess that I've created before. And this is a tricky question here. So basically عروض, it's easy. This doesn't have anything to do with the humans. It's plural, okay, it's offers, okay. You will have to use هذه regardless whether offers, the word in Arabic in the singular form, which is عرض, whether that is masculine or feminine, we don't care in Arabic. Once it becomes plural, you just say, you just add هذه, okay. So this is a review. I've explained this many times actually. So if this is the first time you're hearing this, please go back to few lessons before. I guess if you start from the beginning of constructing Arabic sentences, you will see this discussion going over and over again. Specifically when you're using سيكون or ستكون. Hint: if you actually knew that you will put ستكون in front of عروض. I put ستكون, I did not mention why. And basically the reason is because the same reason why I'm choosing هذه. So ستكون العروض مبهرة. So I'm choosing هذه basically. And it will be in harmony, let's say. I don't know what word I should use here, but it will be in harmony because you're using تكون and you have to use هذه. If you say ستكون هؤلاء, then basically that's not fluent and you're making a big mistake. That just doesn't make sense. Okay, so the sentence after this long discussion would be ستكون هذه العروض مبهرة. Okay, one last example, and if you have any questions, you know what to do. Facebook. Right, so it will be a good year. It will be a good year. Keep telling this yourself. Okay, it will be a good year. Since we started the new year, happy new year, and we are now in 2015. And to point out something, there's something very cool about 2015 I'll say at the end of the video. Before that, let's translate the sentence. Here the sentence is also tricky. The sentence that we want to translate is it will be a good year. Did not start with the. Ooh, difficult. Okay, let's make this easier. What are we saying with it? The, right? The year will be a good year. So replacing it with the year will be a good year. So basically let's translate the year is a good year. And there are two ways of saying this in Arabic, because there are two ways for a year in Arabic, and that they are عام and سنة. There should be in the vocabulary list. Okay. And one thing to notice: this is masculine, this is feminine. So there are two translations to this sentence. But first, let's translate. The year is a good year. Okay, so that would be العام. The year, العام, is a good year. Okay, so is dropped in Arabic. A good year is عام. Good could be جيد, right? Actually, you know what? Let's make this a happy year. Yep, it will be a happy year. Okay, so the word for happy is سعيد. العام عام سعيد. العام عام سعيد. The year is a good year. But what we want to do is, we want to say is the year will be. So we have to add يكون, right? سيكون. So sometimes you can write the sin for some people who don't know that. Okay, سيكون العام سعيد. سيكون العام عاما سعيدا Why did I change that? Because we add yakun. So basically what I'm trying to describe here, okay, is al-amu takes dhamma, the piece of news that it's a good year or it's a happy year. So aman sa'idan. If I clean this up, okay, and just write it again, سيكون العام عاما سعيدا. سيكون العام عاما سعيدا. Now this means the year will be a happy year. That's not the sentence that we're trying to translate. What we want to say is the sentence that we're trying to construct is it will be a good year. Now, people say, okay, what's it in Arabic? Well, we don't have an it in Arabic. You just replace it with a pronoun that describes a thing. So for am, you can just, instead of al-am, say huwa. So in this case, سيكون هو عاما سعيدا. But in Arabic, verbs and pronouns usually become redundant because in Arabic, once you set the verb is conjugated based on what you're describing, and basically the pronoun becomes useless and you can just drop it. So the good translation for it will be a good year or it will be a happy year is سيكون عاما سعيدا. سيكون عاما سعيدا. Why did I break it up like that? Well, I wanted you to see several things. And we did this exercise in another forum before. And basically, what I wanted you to see is that this has fatha. And people ask me, why does it has fatha? Isn't aman is the thing that we're trying to describe, and basically it should have dhamma? Well, that's why. It's actually سيكون هو عاما سعيدا, and basically huwa is the one that takes dhamma implicitly. And the rest, okay, a good year is what takes the fatha, or a happy year. So that's why it takes fatha, and I hope it's clear now. You can also translate this with sana, and in this case it will be ستكون. Okay, سنة سعيدة. ستكون سنة سعيدة. I will leave علامات التشكيل to you because this is getting too long, too much explanations. Okay, now let's translate this year will be a good year. Oh, we already did that, right? You can try it yourself. It should be like this. سيكون العام عاما سعيدا. سيكون العام عاما سعيدا. Okay, so this is it for this lesson. One last thing about why is this year a happy year is because if you actually read 2015 in Arabic, it will read kalima. The name of this channel. This is crazy. Don't believe me, look. This is the kaf. This is the lam. This is the meme. And this is the ta marbota, you know? Just missing. كلمة 2015. Happy New Year.